I wanted to start this video off with just saying a meaning created by imperfect beings can never itself be perfect. And so what I mean by that is we live in a society where humans made the rules. And if anything we know about humans are what? Imperfect. You've seen it in front of yourself, whether that be your dad, your mother, your uncle, anybody. Try to fulfill you a promise, but that promise has not been made. Because what? We're imperfect. There's sometimes we can't do everything that we think we can do. Though, it's a part of human, right? That's a part of being a human. And so since that's a part of being a human, that's what you have to understand is too. The rules and regulations, the world that they set around you is to cage you in, to make you feel what? Normal. They don't want you to question things. They don't want you to question your thoughts. They don't want you to be in a different way, be in a different thought process. Because what does doubt bring? Doubt brings fear. And also, doubt also brings enlightenment to men. The same way that you could be doubting yourself, that you could be just telling yourself, oh, I can't do it. I don't got it in me. Is the same doubt that you could use to be like, you know what? Since I think I don't have it within myself to do this, I will show myself that I do. Which is a totally completely different thing. And that's the other side of doubt that they don't tell you. Doubt can be used to benefit you as much as it can be used against you to negatively impact your mindset, to negatively impact the way that you think, to negatively impact your life. Because you have to understand, question everything. Why do I think the way that I do? It's the same way that atheists question whether if God's real or not. It is that curiosity and that doubt that makes them go to certain lengths to try to prove themselves right. Now, this isn't a video whether you believe God is real or not. I don't want that topic just floating around here. Though the video is about we live in a imperfect society with imperfect rules, trying to make you feel like you cannot do everything that you want to do. That's why when we have moments in our lives, we just sit down and we're like, what am I doing? Am I really doing it? Like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? That's practicing self-estrangement because you are doubting your thoughts. And then you're coming back to the realization whether or not you will understand if you can surpass it or will you will be a victim to it. And if you become a victim to that, I'm not going to lie to you, you might end up being a victim for the rest of your life because that's exactly how they want you to feel. And being a victim is what in our day and age, it is very comfortable. It is very comfortable for us. It is very comfortable. When we don't doubt things, when we just sit here and blindly follow everybody's rules, everybody's advice like sheep, who ends up paying for it with their savings? You. Because when you're doing what they tell you to do, you are proving the falsity of their opinions and you are paying for what they say. That's why whenever you go on the internet, whenever you are encountered with a piece of new information, doubt the shit out of it. Doubt it because you don't know whether it's true or not. To you, you don't know. And then so since our perspectives in our lives are totally vastly different from each other, that's why you can't go off of somebody else's, what somebody else has to say. Because you constantly just going to be doubting that anyway. Being like, is this true? Is this not true? Well, we're going to go outside and figure out today. And I'm not telling you that everybody on the internet is here to lie to you. Though there are people who will tell you false information, who will stray you in the wrong direction if you do not doubt what they say and apply it to you. And think about it from your lens. And that's the thing. You have to see it from what is your perspective. The way that you feel, because everybody is different and everybody's own reality, they perceive what they think is right and what they think is wrong. In the same way, people, you know what, for example, when I was in high school, right, I was talking to a lot of girls, bruh. I would be called a player, right? Because of what I'm doing is apparently wrong. Because what am I doing? I am not settling. Does that sound right? Because I'm not putting myself in a situation to where I'm only limited to one person? Or is it because it seems to be morally incorrect that you should only be focused on one individual at a time? And now that's what they will tell you, especially if you are somebody who can relate to what I'm saying, because they will most definitely put you in a place to where you feel like you're doing wrong for being what? Selfish. But at the end of the day, what does selfishness end up doing? It helps you. And what are you living? Whose life are you living? Your life. It's the same way that people will go outside and tell you not to be selfish, that selfishness is bad. Yet when you take time for yourself and when you put yourself first and you are selfish, you start to see things. You start to understand yourself. You start to get it more. Because when you start to understand yourself, you can really push yourself in any direction that you want, because you know what starts you, what stops you, and what holds you back. Because what? You took the time to be selfish. And when that time that you took to be selfish, you had to understand. And when you were understanding yourself, you had to doubt your thoughts. You doubt what you think. And that's why sometimes I'm going to even say it. I've even doubted my beliefs a whole bunch. And that's what we're supposed to do. Because the 9 times out of 10, our beliefs are not our beliefs. It is just the things that we have heard before in our past. Because our brain is a filing cabinet, bro. And if your brain gonna pick up something from 9 years old when your mama told you that, oh no, we don't have McDonald's money. And when you think about having money, and that's one of the first things you think about, that will show up in your file cabinet. Because what? That's something that you've been through. And so in this sense, every single altercation, every single situation, every single thing that you've been in, you have to understand. You have to look through that. You have to see it through a lens, a doubtful lens. And then you will continue to be doubtful of what? What you hear and what you see. And when you're doubtful of it, you will be able to put yourself in a situation to determine whether or not you believe it. And to determine whether or not this is your belief. Your belief. Which is the thing that's most important. Because in the world today, they wouldn't want you to be open-minded about stuff like this. They wouldn't want you to be, aware of the things that are preventing you from moving forward. And that's what self-estrangement is. And I just want to say this. A meaning created by imperfect beings cannot be perfect itself. Understand that you have your worth. You determine your worth. The world around you does not determine your worth. You do. At the end of the day, it's all on you, and it's all because of you.